Hi, Natasha. It's Matt from Search Strategy. Thanks for taking a look at this video and passing it along if you think it's worthwhile. I think it is. This is supposed to be educational in nature. And so what I'm going to show you are three solid pieces of advice that you can apply to the website right away so you can rank to the top of Google and start beating out these guys, Yardzen and Louisa Key, for the keyword landscape design Miami. And that is actually a buyer intent keyword, which means somebody's actually raising their hand saying, I want to talk to somebody who can help me with my landscaping. So it's really important that you end up in this space here in the organic search because that's where the money is. Uh, I know there's good profit margin in what you do. So when you land there, you get visitors, you get more traffic, you get more leads, you get more customers, revenues coming in the door. So it's really important to be in that space. And the reason I do these videos really is just because I know small business owners, you're working hard. This is, you're out doing the work. It's not always easy to have somebody internally who can do it, or if they know how, they just don't have the time. So oftentimes they need to know what to do. So this plan works. And I also, folks aren't sure who they should hire because they're not sure who's an expert or not. I'm just giving you this attack plan so you can do it. And if at the end of it, you're like, you know what, I don't really want to do this myself or ourselves, you can raise your hand and send me a message. I'm happy to have a further conversation about it to see if I can help. All right, so yeah, let me get into it. First things first, I love your site. Lots of good color in there. I like the click to call, really positive. I do see that you have exotic landscape design, landscape installation. This is your title tag. This is the first place that Google sees when they come to your website. So you really want it to say something that's going to be uh, more important. So it could be something like this keyword term, landscape design Miami. You want it to be specific so that Google knows exactly who to show it to. All right. So that's the first piece of advice. The next thing I would say on this content is that with all of these different services, I would expand on them. I'd give about 1,500 to 2,000 words on the page. That gives you a lot of opportunity to tell Google what your site is all about, and also the opportunity to put these buyer intent keywords in there. So the more keywords that you have, the better. Again, lots of good stuff on here. It just needs to be expanded. And one other thing that you might want to do is you can save these images and put the keywords as the title instead of this sort of gobbledygook here of a title. Save it as the title and re-upload it, and that'll give you a boost. So, all right. So when I do that here, the next thing I want to say is I want to go over to the different opportunities you have for keywords. Landscape Design Miami gets 210 searches a month. Landscape Designer Miami, 70 searches. Landscape Designers Miami, 40. Miami Landscape Design, 40. All of these different keywords can be weaved in. And I know you have other cities. I know you have other services. So there's a lot of opportunity there, and these are just some of them. Okay, so that's the first thing is content, and you're on page. The next thing I want to talk about are your backlinks, and backlinks are any link from another website to your website. So the more links that you have from other websites to your website, Google's going to say, great, they're popular, other people are vouching for them, let's give them a boost. But it is important to note that not all backlinks are created equal. They should be local, they should be relevant. And the more that they're local and relevant, other designers, suppliers, government, newspapers, anything that's list oriented to Miami, those are good things and to use as backlinks. So the more you have of that, the better. And let's take a look at your overall backlink profile. So the good news is you have lots of backlinks. You have 1,300 backlinks coming from 170 different domains, which means there's 170 different websites that are linking to your website. It's a popularity contest. The more backlinks you have, the better. But again, high quality is where it's at. All right, so if I go here and take a look, just so you know, that is leading to organic traffic of 52 searches a month. It gives you an authority score of 8 out of 100, which is okay, but we can do better. The organic search that you're coming up for is mostly branded. You have Anderson Landscaping, Anderson Landscaping Inc. Those are fine to come up for. You want to come up for your own terms, but also Hardscape Miami, you're getting a couple of searches, and Landscaper Miami, you're coming up at number 11. You're getting a few searches for that. All right, now let's take a look at a competitor here. The first one that comes up here would be Yardzen, and what these guys are. It looks like they're a lead generation site where they get people to sign up. They have a package, and then they farm it out to somebody in your area. And it looks like they've got one for Miami when I looked at it earlier. Yeah, so this is the Miami version. If we look at their page, they have the total page, like their entire website. They've got 8,600 backlinks, 1,500 different referring domains, so lots of newspapers. They've got stories out there. They're doing paid ads. They're getting 66,000 searches across the country. Super high authority score. And they're coming up for these terms. But we don't have to beat them for this entire site. We only have to beat them for this particular subdomain, this particular page. So this page only has 40 backlinks, but they get 236 searches a month from this particular page. They come up from Miami Landscape, Landscape Design Miami, Landscape Designer Miami. So they're coming up for the big terms that you'd want to be coming up for. So really all you have to do is make sure that you work on the main part of your site, but also this specific page. If you want one page dedicated to Miami, really work on landscape design for that particular page or the entirety of the site. And you can beat them out from that for this particular keyword term of landscape design Miami. If I go to the next one here, Luisa Key, these guys have 511 backlinks, 285 referring domains, 61 total organic searches, authority score of 16. What does this all mean? It means they're coming up in search, and they're actually coming up for specific keywords. They're not coming up for branded keywords. So they're coming up for things that people are buyer intent keywords, again, that they're looking for. So those are two things you can work on. You can work on your content, and you can work on your backlinks. Those together will help you to come up in search in this area here in the organic section of the web page for a Google search. The other part I want to talk about is your map pack here. And so this is where you have your name, your address, and your phone number. This is the business profile with Google. It gets shown here. And one of the ways that you can come up in this area is to have more citations. And citations are basically your name, your address, and your phone number in other directories around the web. So Angie's List, Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Home Advisor. There's so many different directories. You find out how many citations these guys have, get the same amount, and then get more, and you can come up in search. Now, there are a couple of factors in there, but that is certainly a big piece of that. At any rate, I'd love to see you come up higher in search using content, backlinks, and these citations. And there's a lot of revenue that comes with being in these high profile positions. I'd love for you to be able to take advantage of that. If you have more questions, please let me know. My name is Matt again, and thank you so much, Natasha, and I hope you have a great day.